Hey everyone, welcome to Free Handling Made AU, My Autistic Life. My name is Nisi and welcome to Big Sky, Montana. We are home, as you can tell. On my way home from Texas, I finished my cancer awareness beanie with the yarn that was gifted to me from Don Aaron. This is called the Devine Beanie. There are at least 3 tutorials for this beanie on YouTube. So if you Google Devine Beanie, you'll find like 3 or 4 different tutorials. The tutorial I used was from Fiber Spider. I really like the way that he positions his camera. He really explains every stitch. He takes his time. He's slow. He's easy to follow. So I used his tutorial. It's a free pattern. And I didn't actually use the actual written pattern to make this. I actually just went by Fiber Spider tutorial. I did something a little different in the brim than he did, and I'll explain that in a moment. Also, I wanted to give you an update on where we are with Little Man's Blanket Hoodie. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so I'm going to bring this up close so you guys can see. Basically what this is, it is the spiral shell stitch right here. There's actually a tutorial literally called the Spiral Shell Crochet Beanie. I don't know who designed this hat first, if it was the person who designed the Devine Beanie or what, but it's literally the exact same pattern. It's just that the person who did the spiral shell beanie tutorial, she did do hers a little different, but I'm gonna be honest, it turned out pretty much exactly the same. So I don't know. Anyway, so this is it. Now I did use this beanie. I'm gonna be honest, this beanie is better used with a solid yarn. So you can really see the spiral and you can really see the shells. But I'm going to just bring it up really close so you can see. Okay. And there's the top of it. I still got to weave in my ends at the bottom. All right, and then and here's the brim. Now the brim is a front post, back post, double crochet. I did mine a little different. I did front back post, the first row, and then the second row, I switched it. Where I did a back post, I did a front post. Where I did a front post, I did a back post. I liked the way it looked better this way. Kind of gives it a basket weave kind of look to it. And then the very last row, I did a single crochet just to kind of make the brim nice and neat and finished look. So this fits a small adult. I used the yarn that I used was dyed by Don Aaron. It's a speckled yarn. It is 100% cotton. It was a 3-weight. So Fiber Spider uses a 4-weight. Actually, all the tutorials use a 4-weight, and they use a 5.5 millimeter hook for the body of the hat, and then they switch to a 5 millimeter hook for the brim. Because this is a 3-weight yarn, I used a 4.5 millimeter hook for the entire body, and then I switched to a 4 millimeter hook for the brim. I also, of course, because my yarn was a lighter weight, I had to do more rounds. Once you got to the 4-stitch shell part, Fiber Spider did 4 rounds of that. I ended up doing 6 rounds, and then I did 2 rounds for the brim, and I ended with a single crochet round. So that's kind of what I did for mine, just so you guys know. For those of you who want to use a 3-weight, you need to keep these kind of things in mind. Also, this 3-weight was more of a heavier 3-weight yarn. It was almost like a light 4, heavy 3. So this hat was perfect. And like I said, as you guys can see, it is a gorgeous hat. It is very busy because of the yarn I used. And so it is kind of hard to see that spiral, but I absolutely love it. So let's go on with, I still got to weave in my, I have a thread hanging out from the inside that I need to thread in. So that is this one. I am going to make, I think I'm going to make another one of these. I'm going to make I would love to do a spiral shell cow. So I'm going to get online and look and see if I can find something like that. I don't know. We'll see. This is because I did use a whole skein, just so you know, because it is a yarn eater, and it is kind of heavy. And I mean, I think this is heavy, and it's a 3-weight. Can you imagine a 4-weight? Cotton is a heavier fiber, though, than acrylic. So that could also be why this feels heavier. And it does still have some stretch to it. I didn't think it would, but it does. So that's this. I have plans. I have more plans with the rest of the, I have some plans with the rest of the cancer awareness yarn that she sent me. And so I will be working on that once I get this done. Some things, obviously, you guys know my dad passed away suddenly, so everything literally got put on hold. So just bear with me as I recollect myself. But I do have plans for that yarn, and you guys will just have to wait to see what those plans are. It's going to be a surprise, and it's definitely something that I'll be working on. Let's see. I'm scattered brained. I'm so sorry. So where have I gotten on little man's blankie? Well, I finished the front and back panel. I sewed it up the side. And yes, I am color controlling this. I finished one of the sleeves. And I added ribbing to the bottom of the sleeve. The sleeve looks short, and I thought this sleeve is going to be too short for little man's arm. But I tried it on him, and the sleeve fits, so I don't know. He's going to grow out of this so fast, you guys. I just know it. Oh, well. He'll probably still wear it till he can't wear it anymore. He'll wear it till the sleeves end up like right here. Anyway, so I did get this is my first time ever doing a sleeve, you guys. First time ever doing a sleeve. So that is done. I still need to do the ribbing on the bottom. I need to do the other sleeve, and I've got my areas marked. I still need to do the hood, and I still need to do the pocket. So I have a lot still to work on this. I will not be working on it tonight. Tonight I have to help little man with some makeup homework that he needs to do, and I need to do some laundry, and I just need to rest and relax until it's time for bed, because I go back to work tomorrow. So I just wanted to stop by and say hi to you guys and let you know that we had a few hiccups on the way home. If you guys had followed my post, you guys saw the hiccup because I did a short, and then my short video caused a stir amongst people who thought I was driving too fast. One, I wasn't the one driving into, my husband's a trucker, and we were going 35 miles per hour. I mean, you can't really go much slower than that unless you go to 15 miles. And there's no reason to go 15 miles per hour. Like 35 miles per hour was safe enough. Anyway, and then I did a public service announcement video because I was really irritated at those people. I let those people get to me, and I shouldn't have. But, you know, I'm coming down off an emotional roller coaster, so I was probably just, honestly, I was probably just way too sensitive about the horror deal, and I should have just laughed it off and just deleted it and moved on my way. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm human, and I'm going to have my moments, and those people caught me on a bad day. Anyway, so we spent the night in Cheyenne, and little man had a blast. He and Mr. Hanson played in the pool, and while they played in the pool, I got to get on here, and I got to FaceTime with two of my good friends, and I updated Tank, and I updated Spring as to what was going on and where we were, and that we were safe, as well as my other family members. The funeral was beautiful. It was a full military funeral, and it was very emotional. I do plan on doing a tribute video of my dad. Here's my dilemma. Um, so I noticed that when like I post these videos, they have like this thing underneath the video that's a heart and it says thanks, and people can click on it and donate money or whatever. I don't know how to get rid of that. So here's what I'm wanting to do, and I don't know how to do it. And those of you that are more seasoned YouTube creators, maybe you can help me figure this out. I want to do this video, I want to post it, but I don't want it to be monetized at all. I don't want a thanks button to be on there. I don't want, I don't, I don't want to monetize. I want the video to just be what it is. I don't want any monetization on this video. I feel like it would be a disrespect to my father. So, um, I just want to, I just want to, I got some pictures in the closet I need to pull out and take pictures of because they're all hard copy pictures. And I just want to do a celebration of life video of my father on my channel to honor my father, but I don't want it to be monetized. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, I don't want to make money off my father's memory. Bottom line. At the end of the video, you're not going to see anything like, thanks for watching, please like or subscribe. There'll be none of that crap on this video. It is literally going to be what it is. It's going to be a celebration of life of my father, and that is it. Just a way to honor my father. And I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is it's going to be a members only video at first, and then eventually it will be open to the public. But like I said, there will be no, I got to figure out how to get that thanks button off the video. I never paid attention to it before, and then I posted a video yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I get that off? When I uploaded my video, my public service announcement video yesterday, I didn't notice where I could take that off. It wasn't like an option, and that's a huge issue for me because I do not want that on this video that I'm going to be working on. So, like I said, those of you that are monetized channels and you're more seasoned, if you can tell me how to get rid of that so that that doesn't show up on my father's video, that would be great. Okay, what else? There will be porch chat this coming Saturday. And I kind of want to have a pajama party. So I'm going to be messaging a couple of my girlfriends and guy friends and see if there's people who want to hang out with me on panel. It's going to be, like always, a very relaxed porch chat. And I thought a pajama party would be fun. Just have a pajama day. I had several of you guys reach out to me asking me today how I'm doing. I'm doing okay. I'm still processing. I had a hard time during the funeral. Had a really, really hard time during the funeral. It was very hard, and I'm kind of still on a. I don't think I'm gonna really be able to fully process until things settle down. Like after this first week, after being back, probably by this weekend or next week, I'll start feeling stuff again. I don't know. It's a very weird place that I'm in right now. I don't know. One minute I'm fine, the next minute I'm not. You know what I mean? Like something can trigger me. So it's a very strange place to be. And being autistic, being able to articulate what's going on in my head, knowing, being able to pinpoint why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. The whole, I don't know. I can't articulate what I'm feeling right now, to be honest. Like I'm having a difficult time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's definitely something I'm going to have to talk with my psychiatrist about. I may need to see a counselor to help me kind of navigate what's going on in my head. everything happened so fast. I didn't have time to really wrap my head around real good what was everything that was going on. Like, it was really hard. Okay, so basically what happened is, you guys, um, so my father was getting chemo and radiation. The chemo was supposed to prolong his life. But you've got two things that happen in cancer. Well, first of all, chemo is poison that you're putting in your body. And sometimes the person can't handle the chemo and they lose their fight sooner than later. That's pretty much what happened to my dad. So what happened is the chemo was and the radiation was killing off the cancer cells. When you have cancer, even before the chemo, especially in lung cancer, what happens is the cancer causes the blood to get sticky, and it causes the veins in your body to swell, to inflame. Um, and so it's harder for the blood to move through. And then when you add radiation and you add chemo, that starts to kill the cancer cells. And as the cancer cells die off, they flow through the blood. And sometimes, one, your blood's thicker, your veins aren't as open as they should be. And so the cancer cells and the sticky blood start to stick together and start to form clots. And the chemo makes that worse. The chemo can really make the blood really sticky in some people. It's a risk, it's a high risk. And so what happened with my dad is he developed a clot in the lung, and that's what killed him. So, and it happened very quick, like out of nowhere, like it was quick. And so I guess the blessing in all this is my dad's not going to have to go through that painful fight. The cancer took him quickly, and he didn't have to go through a long suffering process. And maybe that's why God took him. Maybe God just knew that. I guess God just knew that my dad needed to be with him. Like, maybe God knew that my dad's body wouldn't be able to handle all of that. And so he decided to heal my dad by taking my dad. He went ahead and took my dad and brought him home. So anyway, anyway, so I'm a daddy's girl in a lot of ways, and I think my mom and I have grown closer through all this mess and nightmare that our family found ourselves in. So right now, while I'm grieving, obviously I'm going through a grieving process. Um, Being in Montana is become very. It was already difficult being in Montana already because I'm so far from my family, but at least when I was in Florida, I was in driving distance. You know what I mean? Um, but being in Montana, it was already hard on me as it is because I was so far away from my family. But now, knowing that my mom doesn't have my father, it's making being in Montana even harder. But my husband and I have a job to do here. Um, we are taking care of my father-in-law's legacy, which is this land and these two cabins. And there's family members buried on this land, and he wants to be buried on this land when he passes away. So I have to be here in Montana because my place is next to my husband, and that's very difficult when your heart is torn and your heart needs to be is wanting to be in two different places at the same time. That can be really difficult. So I am in the process of figuring out how I can be there for my mother, and unfortunately a lot of it's going to be phone call, FaceTiming. So I'm figuring that out. My mom does have the ladies of her church, and I got to talk to Ida while the ladies ministry fed us dinner after the funeral. The food was freaking good, you guys. I pigged out, I'm not gonna lie. Me being able to eat was not an issue. Dawn Aaron was very worried about me being able to eat during all this mess. Girl, I ate good. Okay, I think I gained like 25 pounds in a 3 day period. But those ladies know. The members of the church donated cooked food and uh, desserts and stuff. Anyway, and um, I got to talk with my mom's friend Ida, who was helping serve us, and kind of, you know, just said some personal things to her about my mother, and some things I thought that my mother would need as far as support. So I got to meet up with her, and then I got to talk with a close friend of ours who my mom and dad kind of adopted as a daughter. Her name's Amber, so I got to talk with her. And then anyway, and then my brother let my mom know that he'd be checking on her more often. He's 2 hours from her, so hopefully if anything major happens, he's able to help her with some stuff. But you guys, he has a job, and he has his wife Gail, and he has responsibilities where he's at. So it's very complicated. My uncle is still with my mother. My uncle Vincent will be with her until the 16th. And so once he leaves, that's when I really worry about my mom the most, because she'll be alone. So it's been a difficult time. I just want to thank you guys so much for having patience, and understanding why I haven't been on the YouTube streets much. And it's been a difficult to navigate in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna be working on little man's hoodie blankie. I'm hoping to have that done after this weekend. I'll be working on it. I might work on it, some of it tonight, depending on how fast little man and I can get his science homework done. And then I gotta catch up on chores this weekend. There's just a lot of stuff I gotta do. That kind of just dropped to the wayside when everything happened as fast as it happened. So I do want to say that, you guys, I love all of you that I've gotten to know on the YouTube streets. I have. At the same time, you've got people that are in your life, in your real life off camera, that you have to pay attention to, and we're not promised tomorrow. And I got text messages from my dad every single week, and now all of a sudden those text messages are no longer coming, and so that's hard to deal with. And so you got to take care of the people that are physically in your life face to face first. You got to make sure those relationships are okay. Those relationships are healthy. Especially if you have a partner and you're married, you got to make sure your partner is feeling loved and you're giving them the attention they need. At the same time, you also need to take care of yourself. You need to have your downtime. If you're like me and you work and you're a creator, you got to learn how to be able to balance that out with family time, family responsibilities. It's all very complicated and difficult. And because it's complicated and difficult, and because I already have processing issues with the autism, and my ADHD sometimes causes me to be all over the place, that's why I don't promise all those perks like a lot of the other channels do, because I know I can't deliver on all of those. And as you guys know, I do not make promises I can't keep. I'm a stickler for that. And so I am going to try and do a members live this month. I don't know when it's going to be. More likely it will be a Wednesday evening, because that's just easier on me. And I figure if it's once a month, if I happen to go live when someone else's go live, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal, because it's once a month and people can choose to come or they don't have to. It's just it's just a way to hang out with you guys behind the scenes on a more personal level. You know what I mean? Um, and so also that's what makes the replay so great. When you get too busy and you can't be somewhere, you can always catch it later. You know what I mean? So once I figure out when that's going to be, I'll post the announcement up on you'll see in the members only section, you'll see it posted, so you can click the notify me button or whatever. A special thank you to Mara from Mindfully Crocheted for doing the World Cancer Awareness Day live. She did it yesterday. I actually got to catch some of the live while we were literally driving home, so that was kind of neat. I was really far behind in chat. I don't know if some of you guys noticed that, because I would lose signal. My signal will come in and out, in and out, in and out. So I am going to go back and rewatch that live from start to finish, because I know I missed a lot in that live. I did know that she covered the different color ribbons, which was awesome. And she covered the fact that the organization that sponsors World Cancer Awareness Day, February 4th of every year, had encouraged to contact your politicians about the disparities of the care that's given with those with cancer. That was really, I was really happy to see that. And I got to read a lot of the stories, the personal stories that people shared in the chat with how cancer has affected their lives and the ones that they love, whether it be friend or family. And that was really healing for me to read, because it reminds you that you're not alone. It also reminds you that cancer does not discriminate. It doesn't. And I also was happy that she mentioned how important cancer prevention is. And then cancer can be and is in a lot of ways hereditary, and some people can carry the cancer gene, and that there's a blood test that can be done to see if you have that cancer gene in your DNA. So there was a lot of good sharing and talking going on in that live yesterday. If you guys missed it, I'm going to put a link to that live for the replay in the description down below, in the description of this video, so you guys can go check that out. So anyway, this video is a lot longer than I expected it to be, but I haven't talked to you guys in a long time. So this Saturday, the favor I'm going to ask everybody is that we keep it light. For my sake, Porchette needs to be kept light. I'm going to ask that it just be a place where we can just relax and just escape for a moment from our daily lives and the troubles of our daily life. Prayer requests are always welcome. Obviously, you can always put those in the chat, but I'm gonna really try and I need to laugh, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I need to laugh and smile and remember that it's still okay to laugh even in your grief. So yeah, so let's try and keep it nice and light if you guys don't mind. I think that's it. Okay, so I showed you my WIP. I showed you my finished object. And I have a lot of plans that I would like to achieve, hopefully. I need to start on my mom's raccoon. That's the next project I need to start on. I need to do the couple of things that are kind of in secret that I'm going to be using this yarn for, the yarn that I have left. And getting closer to K, still working on the 4K watch hours. It will come when it comes, honestly. A lot of you guys know that I have been definitely putting family life first a lot. My time on the YouTube streets have gotten a lot less in the evening. because I spend, when Mr. Handsome was awake, I spend time with him and our son. So during the work week, me being on YouTube is very hit and miss. I catch when I can. Sometimes I let somebody's live run with the earbuds in, but I'm not even in the chat. I'm just letting it run so the person at least gets my view. Doing the best I can. Just need more. I just need like 3 of me, right? That's not too much to ask. Okay. I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Anyway, you all take care. It's good to be home. I will see you guys on Porch Chat, God willing. Hopefully I won't have to cancel it. I will see you guys hopefully Saturday. Please take care of yourselves. Tell the ones that are in your life that you love them. Give them a hug. Call a friend up you haven't talked to in a while and be like, hey, I just called to say hi. Just touch base. You know? Don't waste time, I guess is what I'm saying. I will see you guys soon. Always remember, dare to be you, dare to be different. Much love from Montana. Mwah. Bye, everybody.